Is your schedule super detailed or
I follow the PMBOK to the T.
I build mine down to 15-minute increments.
Why does JIRA look exactly like the project schedule?
our templates used to be grouped by departments, phases, and functional areas, but now we
Give me chaos, baby.
You know what? You're not alone. A lot of companies run schedules exactly this way. But what if there was a simpler, easier way that works for everyone? Would you be interested?
I'm listening.
Tell me more.
You have my attention. So Tammy, tell me more about how you follow the PMBOK.
Well, I set my WBS up just like the PMBOK phases. Initiating, planning, executing, you know.
What? Oh, the process groups? Ouch.
What? We're not supposed to use those?
No, they're more of a checklist you leverage and loop through during the entire life of the project. When teams use process groups as the WBS, the deliverables get sliced across phases and the schedule becomes unmanageable.
Oh, that explains why my schedules get so big and messy. I always wonder how I can be in planning and execution and closing at the same time. It drives me crazy. That makes much more sense now. Thanks, everyone.
Wait, what? You're getting up that fast? I was hoping for a fight.
Nope, I'm keeping my sanity this time.
Smart move, Tammy. The best professionals are always learning and improving. Speaking of always improving, Major, you mentioned that your schedules used to start with the departments at the top level. How'd that work out?
Looked tidy, but it was chaos underneath. Did I hear someone mention chaos? My favorite.
Yeah, we had our departments as our first level headings. The departments thought it was great. But when a deliverable cut across multiple departments, total mess. Zero visibility, buried so deep it might as well be dead. Ouch, that's a tough lesson to learn. So Major, now that you've flipped to a deliverable-focused approach, what's been the payoff? A total game changer. We can filter a group by whatever we want. Department, program, even down to the assignment. PMs love the transparency, leadership loves the resource visibility, and our proposal teams, they're obsessed with the what-if scenarios. That's what I like to hear. Sounds like one simple change unlocked big benefits across the whole organization. Hey, Clark, didn't you say you went through something similar?
We did. Our WBS was built around our software development lifecycle, and just like Major with the departments, it looked clean on paper, but in practice, it was like running every deliverable through a chopping machine. Once it came out the other side, a mess. Once we switched to a deliverable-focused approach, game changer. Now everyone from team members to the C-suite gets the level of detail they need.
Nice work, Clark and Major. That's how to turn chaos into full transparency. Circling back to Junior Tony, I remember we had some pretty detailed schedules back in the day.
Detailed, they're works of art. Every cable run, every server rack bolt, every step down to the 15-minute mark. You can't surprise me. I've got it all mapped.
And that made sense for us on things like the data center move, right?
Absolutely. The data center was massive. Sequencing was critical. If one thing slipped, the whole plan fell apart. That level of detail saved us.
Right, but do you still build every project like that?
Well, I used to. Turns out my masterpiece schedule exploded when tasks ran out of order. And yes, I earned the micromanager nickname.
We learned some hard lessons, but shifting to deliverable-focused schedules was a real game changer. Speaking of hard lessons, Frank, sounds like your project scheduler is mimicking your Jira boards?
Almost identical. I don't get it. Epics, sprints, he's got it all in his schedules.
And the worst part? Stakeholders would come to the PMO asking, which one's the real plan? Meanwhile, the developers are frustrated with my PMs because their story, sprints, and tasks are showing up in two different places.
Unfortunately, that happens more often than anyone would like to admit. When organizations try to jam Agile directly into a schedule, not even a superhero can save them.
Wicked true. We learned that the hard way. Now we keep the deliverables in the schedule, and that gives us our dates and the priorities. Then all the other departments can use the apps like Jira, Rally, Planner, or Monday.com to track all the interchangeable activities that evolve daily.
That's much easier, and that'll save everyone a ton of time.
And maybe my developers will finally stop calling Junior micromanager.
Ha, I hope so. All right, we've covered a lot. Let's do a quick roundtable. What's your takeaway?
For me, process groups stay in my head, not in my WBS. That one's a game changer.
For me, this just confirms we made the right call moving to deliverables focused a while back. Hearing your stories, yeah, those are the exact challenges we had before we switched.
Grouping my WBS by phases is old news. Deliverable focused is a game changer.
Deliverable focused is the only way to go. No more duplications and no more getting called names. Game changer.
I hate to say it, but I agree with the kid. Keeping the activities, issues, and sprints and their own tools will be a game changer.
That's a pretty solid list.
Any other tips you can throw our way?
Come on, Tony, bonus round.
All right, here's one. Let's talk procurement and approvals. How do you handle those now? Most of our procurement items are 60 to 90 days, so we just create one big task for all of that. Does that include your approvals and finance time? Yeah, finance can take a while, so we just build that in too. What if you break the approvals part into 3 steps? When you give your request to finance, the planned waiting period, say 2 weeks for them to get through it and approve it, and then when you get the approval back, that waiting period becomes your variance detector. So I'd have a baseline for each step. If finance takes 4 weeks instead of 2, leadership can see the real cause without hammering my PM for the missed dates. Exactly. And we call those gives and gets. And we can even filter the schedule to show all of them at a glance.
And that same 3-step approach also works for the actual procurement too. Give the order request, plan supplier lead time, and get the ordered parts. That way procurement teams can see what's coming, follow up early with the suppliers, and here's the big one. This gives us critical path visibility for finance or procurement to see if they're driving our schedule.
You're right, it's the same principle. Make the waiting periods visible so the delays can't hide in the shadows. That's the visibility we've been missing. Love it!
And it would work for requirements approvals too.
Do we have time for one more?
No!
Sorry, Joker. You're outnumbered. All right, here's a big one. I often see clients with a backlog of deliverables, but no timeline. Without that, it's hard to even start the conversation about whether the dates are realistic or even close to their expectations.
Yeah, we've had that. Everything's in the plan, but we have no idea when it's actually going to happen.
That's so true. Let me show you a quick trick to see your timeline and priorities in seconds. Okay, I've got a schedule with 10 deliverables, each 5 to 20 days long, but no dependencies. What's the Gantt chart show us?
Everything's starting at once.
Right, a total free-for-all. So instead, I ask my stakeholders, what's the priority for launch?
Oh, you're using my agile love language, minimum viable product, MVP. And no, I'm not talking about Dale Howard's MVP, the agile one.
Thanks, Frank. You are correct, though. I control-click the deliverables in the order that the stakeholders choose. I hit the link icon on my quick access toolbar, and boom, instant timeline.
Wow, that's actually way quicker than the way we usually do it.
And if we connect the rest of the deliverables in the order they want, we've got the full project timeline. Don't like the dates? Then let's talk about adding resources. Yes, fast, visual, and now everyone sees the benefit of prioritizing deliverables first.
So let me get this straight. With this whole deliverables focus thing, you're giving visibility and early warnings to stakeholders, leadership, and multiple departments. You're also exposing my chaotic hidden backlog, removing duplication between my developers and my PMs, and improving trust of the project managers? What the heck? It can't be that simple.
One last final tip?
No!
This one is a total game changer for portfolio reporting. This trick allows you to filter and group deliverables at any level within your portfolio. To get this level of reporting, add a custom lookup field at the task level. We call ours deliverable types. And you can do this in Microsoft Project, Project Online, and I'm sure other scheduling tools also. FYI, this doesn't have to be set in stone. Most of my customers keep it vanilla, and then they evolve after they get the hang of it. So we add our deliverable types, and then I tag deliverables that I want to group and filter on. To see how this works in a single schedule, this one has about 160 tasks. If I group and filter, here's what I could see. You've got the different deliverable types grouped in the yellow rows, and then the detailed deliverables are filtered underneath. Then, off to the side, you can see the Gantt that matches up to each one of the deliverables. If we want program or portfolio reporting of these deliverables, we just use Power BI within Microsoft 365. Easy peasy. So what about you? Do you use custom tags for your deliverables? Or how do you identify your deliverables in your portfolio? Leave a comment below and give us your tips and tricks that you use in your organization. Thanks for your time today. I really appreciate you watching, and hopefully you had a little fun today. If you'd like me to do another topic, let me know. Anything that's project or program related, I'd love to do it. Let me know.